It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery from darkness. Our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
So, last we left off with this half of Bell's Hells.
Oh, shit.
You, with your troop of found family, had plunged into the dangerous realm of the Hellcatch Valley in chase of Ludinus Deleth and the Ruby Vanguard, as they attempted to utilize the apogee solstice to some terrifying degree in locking on to the red moon of Ruidus, and in hopes of releasing the terrifying predator of the gods. You, along with your friends, managed to circumvent some of the scope of what you thought might transpire, hopefully. But your airship rained down, destroying a number of members of the Vanguard in its own wake. A number of other ships began to arrive just as you watched, as your leader, the voice of the Tempest, was brought low by Urahan Thul, and before a death blow could be delivered, some dark guardian rushed in to protect her. This guardian, part of Ludinus's plan, was then drawn, compressed, and turned into a lens for his device. And the last thing you remember was all of the surrounding Ruidus-born granting their unintentional energy towards this climactic blast up to the red moon. And then a bright white light engulfed you all, and you awoke in a strange land, still at night beneath the starry sky, the kind of shifting tethers of the apogee solstice ley line still visual and multicolored across multiple directions of the sky like an extended lattice or weave. You don't have much light around you beyond just what little bit of starlight seems to cascade in the space. And what you do see and smell is you found yourselves scattered a bit amongst the climbing cliffs of some sort of a geothermal gorge. You can hear the bursting of steam from directions beyond your current light source and eyesight. You eventually come together, finding the three of you, and no one else.
Where are we?
Where's everybody else?
Where is Imogen?
So I want to look both for our friends or anybody, and I see the line of red from Ruidus down over that mountain range, and I'm trying to guesstimate how many miles away we are.
Now, looking up and trying to ascertain the constellations, the stars in the sky, you're not entirely certain where you are, but you can pick up at the very least, based on where that moon is and where you're not, that's likely to the south.
Do we have the map?
We do. It's in the hole.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I've got the maps now, bitch. Right. This is where we were. Was the excavation point.
And the city was to the south of it, roughly.
Yes. Yeah, this was where, theoretically, is where the moon is. So if it's to the south, we're
up.
Either in the Rumedan Desert, up to the Odiran Wilds. We could be anywhere.
Can you hear anybody in your head?
I close my eyes, just concentrate on Imogen, and just whisper her name in my mind's eye.
In the stillness, you hear the nearby of steam geysers and feel the occasional rumble beneath the rock of your feet, but no response. No voice, no Imogen.
I don't sense her at all. What happened? They were... It's like they were trying to... Like everyone was just trying to assimilate. What if she's gone? What if she's not here anymore? What if they killed her? When I died, when we were in Bosphorus, didn't you all say that Imogen, the white light that we all saw, was that similar to what she did before? But just on a much grander scale?
Yeah. But this was... I don't know, this felt different. I don't know.
Oh, hold on. I'll pull out 2 sending stones. Caleb Widowgast? Are you all right? Where are you? Not sure we're even in Marquet anymore. Please respond.
As you speak into this stone, the words that you press into this temporarily released enchantment, the echo begins to feed back, louder and louder, and the stone seems to almost shake in your hand before you have to drop it, and it clatters, not stumbling off the cliff. You manage to catch it afterward, but you get the sense that the sending spell didn't find its recipient.
Shit.
I still have pate, correct?
You do?
I'm gonna pull him out.
I
need you to scout for us, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, sure, can do that.
The ribs tear out of the center of the body, forming the odd bat wings, and
Laudna's eyes also gloss over white, with a little tint of that blue sheen. I hold on to Orym's shoulder just 'cause vertigo on this cliff face.
eventually skitters down to what he thinks would be the lowest portion of this part of the gorge, and it's about a 400-foot descent, mostly sheer cliffs and drops with occasional smooth declines. Pretty treacherous, but upon getting towards the bottom, you can see there are multitudes of different levels of pools that are giving off kind of acidic fume, and some that are just kind of boiling with heavy, thick mud.
All right, I'll just tell him in his head. That looks awful. Head on up.
As Pate begins to catch over the edge, there is a ring of extremely dense flora, a forest or jungle-like cluster of growth that seems to have heavily affixed itself to the mineral-rich earth and soil just on the outside of this gorge. So right as you come up to the lip and the edge of it, there is just a thick cluster of forest that seems to surround it on all sides.
All right, well, down looks like death. Bubbling geysers, hot liquid. Very bad. I think we should go up. I have my immovable rod.
Oh,
yeah.
Perhaps I can give it to you. You can maybe get a bit of a head start, and we can just keep moving it up with the rope tied to it that way.
that's a great call.
Do your boots still work?
I try to leap up the canyon face 10 feet. Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'm going to try to go up like 30 or 40 feet.
One by one, you begin to climb up the side of the cliff. As you reach up to the edge with the rod and kind of push up carefully, looking around the space with your extremely well-honed passive perception, you see something moving in the shadow on this cliff.
Let's go that way. And I start to try to spider climb, not the spell, my way sideways.
Stealth check.
18.
18.
Come on, gang. The fuck is wrong with you?
That was a journey to natural one.
19?
Dang.
That's a dead even one.
Yeah.
As you begin to climb up, this one little outcropping that you would use to push off with your foot just gives away and snaps under your weight. You actually fall about 2 feet of rope, kind of tugging on it. Your foot catches another rock, which cracks and falls again. The rest of you hear of the rock stumbling, and her calling outward.
Oh! My knee!
You hear movement from the nearby shelf scrambling towards you.
Okay, I leave the rope tied to the rod, and I immediately climb up and get up and go, hey! Up on the ledge.
Okay, the minute you do, you jump and run on the ledge, looking right into an individual standing there on the edge. Amy, if I could have you join us at the table, please.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit! She's back now! Let's go!
Oh my gosh!
Hi, friend.
Mom!
She's finally here.
Welcome back, darling. Welcome back.
Hello. Hi.
I was going to stab you.
Dang.
Still time.
You're still tired.
Nice to that.
You might want to after this.
As you spring up and land, having been taking stock of where the hell you might be and why, you hear some skittering nearby. Prepare yourself to try and stay hidden, and then suddenly watch as a smaller man leaps in front and shouts "Hey" to you. And what does he see?
Well, there's a lot to see, so maybe we'll start from the top. What you might notice first is a real flash of big brown, blonde, highlighted, gel-crunched hair that's sort of moved to one side of her shoulder, and if we're sort of making her way down her 4'2" dwarven body, you might notice that her skin color is sort of it's sort of like the color of like café con leche, but like with an extra shot in it. So like kind of dark and Latina flavored, and she's covered in sort of colorful traditional tattoos. And she's got a lot of them, but 2 of them stand out more than the rest. There's one on one of her shapely biceps that it's sort of like a heart, like a banner heart tattoo, but instead of mom, it says me. And on one of the sides of her neck, she's got a really large cursive D, sort of like adorning her neck. Right next to the 2 hoops, she has that say "fuck off." And she's got these really pronounced eyebrows, but she has like a slit in the middle that's sort of shaved in. Cool. And my favorite thing about her is that she's got a little Monroe piercing that looks like a diamond beauty mark, you know, like a and she's wearing a corset and pants and jewel-encrusted boots and a really ornate gold belt where she's hanging like a really cool great sickle, and then also a whip. Sickle. And her face looks pissed as fuck.
Oh, hey.
Who are you?
Do you live here?
No? Do I look like I live here?
No.
I'm sweating, first of all. Where the fuck are we?
I don't know. I have 2 friends hanging off the edge of the cliff. Can I have them come up with us, or are you about to?
Yeah, you need help? I got a whip.
Well, okay.
As a group effort together, it's not very difficult to bring up this, relatively heavy individual and this feather. But you all managed to you clamber up onto this cliff where you had just kind of taken stock for a moment to try and figure out what the hell is going on. And now, for once there was 1, now there is 4.
Oh, look, a weird person on a cliff. That's normal for the day.
I just showed up here. Do you know how you got here?
We also just showed up here.
Okay.
Wait, were you at the excavation site? Were you a part of the moon ritual?
No.
Where were you an hour ago? On the planet.
I was in Taldore.
What's your name?
Mona.
I felt like you had to think about that for a second.
Yeah, I gotta think about it. I'm not gonna tell you my real name yet. I don't know you that well.
I like Mona.
Thank
It's
you.
a very pretty name, even if it's not your real one.
I'll tell you my real one later.
All right.
What was the last thing you saw before you came here?
Well, I saw my dumb fuck ex-fiance's face from 100 feet away. I was about to go grab his ass. And then I saw this guy, I looked up and there was all these colors and stuff, right? And then there was a voice, like a speech, and then a crack.
But you were in Taldore.
Yeah.
You could hear Ludeness.
You know that guy?
Continent.
What did the sky look like at the end?
Well, I was just kind of like focused on the one guy, but it was like a real like bright thing. And then here I am, hot as fuck. I don't think we're on Taldori, by the way.
I don't know if we're on Marquet either.
We were in the process of climbing out of this crater. Mm-hmm. Want to come with?
I would love to.
Okay.
You begin to clamber up to the very edge of the cliff, and where the stone begins to give way to earth and root, and the trees greet you upon reaching the gorge mouth. Now, as you stand at the top, you can kind of take in a little bit of the sights around you. You can just now see from this point in time the edges of the gorge, that bit of starlight, and a little bit of that faint, colorful glow from the deep sky ley lines help kind of frame. This is a large canyon that spreads out for probably 1.5 miles, 2 miles across the way, you can guess. It's hard to tell depth without, color in that much detail, but it definitely looks massive. From where you stand here on this edge of it, if the moon, the red moon Ruidus, still visible on that edge, is to the south, then you are probably on the northeastern side of this gorge.
Okay.
Can we maybe get a vantage point at the top of one of these trees?
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, thanks.
What bit of detail you can make out in the proximity, it just looks like the lush blanket of the rolling forest around. You can see breaks beyond it, where it looks like the valley becomes less forest dense and more just kind of grassy hills. And you can see some hills that rise up high in some places. You do see a township kind of loosely in that same direction.
There's we're in a nexus point of a lot of goddamn mountains. But there were towns or homes, and a village or town of some kind. So I think, new plan, we head towards civilization of any kind.
I like that plan.
Place to sleep, place to find out where we actually fucking are.
All right, so you progress following the river to the eastward direction, deep into the this forest along the ridge. The jungle floor here is rather tangled and filled with various roots and traps that can pull you or knock you over. But what really catches your attention is a small little fire. You don't see an encampment or anything. You just see a very, very small, like the saddest little campfire you've ever seen. There is what looks to be kind of like not quite like a reindeer, but a similar sort of forest kind of colder climate beast of burden that is affixed to the front that is currently eating something. It looks like there are some supplies there, and there is a small campfire where something is being kind of put on it to burn and kind of pick up the embers a bit, and there is a humanoid figure that is currently kind of warming their hands at the fire.
Why don't you and I mosey up and say hi from a distance so no one makes any sudden movements, at the last second?
You are the more normal
Least
looking
intimidating.
out of the yes, I know, I'm so intimidating.
Hello? Excuse me?
Udkarsh, can you come to the table for me, please? There he is.
Oh, he came in from a different entrance.
Oh, wow, threw me.
No. Production value. Hello, everyone.
Hey, buddy. Welcome.
Okay.
All right, so
Yeah, right.
as you are kind of in the center of this forest, the fire in front of you, you hear a voice introducing themselves or getting your attention from just beyond this small little kind of cracked grove. What do you do?
I freak out. Oh my God, what is that? Stay where you are!
Okay.
I can't see you. Maybe just come a little bit closer.
All right, I'll come to your fire. Me and...
Shh. Don't say.
I'm gonna come to the fire. My friend... are a little ways back. I promise we're just looking for somewhere to plunk down for the night, I say as I move closer.
I was looking for somewhere to plunk down for the night too.
So I'm coming up, hands in the air, blade is sheathed on my back. You see a little guy, just a little guy who's barely above 3 feet tall with like a shield and a sword on his back, arms up in the air. You got a clear shot of me. I'm really not looking for any trouble. I'm lost. My friends and I are lost, real lost.
Me too. I have no idea where I am. I was, oh, you want to know who you see? A half-elf. Ooh. He's built like a coat hanger. Long.
Fashion.
Sort of lithe.
I like it.
Oh, he's 6'4", but appears way smaller. He never stands up straight. About 200 pounds, so yeah, he's soaking wet. Long, delicate fingers. He appears to be a young man, but you're not really sure what his age is. No scars, markings, no tattoos. Brown skin with shades of green and gold. Kind of a little glow to him. Totally unkempt, mangy hair. And his eyes, you can see in the dark, are large. They're gold, amber, with like very dilated pupils. And he's basically got a face that carries the expression of like, what the fuck is going on at all times. I got a green cloak. It's made of rough wool, whatever we had around the house. Leather shoes and like a potato sack, basically, with rope pulled together. And I have a crossbow.
I'll just yell to Orym, I think I found another dead one.
You hear this voice from right behind you.
I'm going to shoot a 5th level
Turnip. So yeah.
lightning bolt.
Oh, no.
Did you say 5th level?
Yeah.
So, Mona,
Yeah.
as you're sitting in the shadow, the figure spins around, and you just see this like bright glow of energy, and you hear this crack of thunder and a flash of bright light. And go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. I will say with advantage because you don't see the source, so
No
it's kind
idea
of
what
just
it
hoping
is.
to catch you.
With advantage? Oh, well,
Natural 20.
don't need it.
Dang.
That's going to be 24.
You manage to dodge out of the way. It catches you on the side of your hip, and you fall to the ground. This sudden pain.
Oh my God, how did I do that?
What the fuck?
Okay.
He's hostile!
We.
And I start charging up an Eldritch Blast.
Wait. What's going on?
This is escalating way too fast. We're all lost in the wherever the hell we are. Please, nobody fire anything off. Misunderstanding, okay?
Oh my
I
God.
put my shield on the ground. I put my sword on the ground. I'm defenseless. Anyone who wants to drop me can. And I sit down, crisscross applesauce, in front of the fire.
Cute.
Oh boy. Okay, yes, I agree. Truce.
Truce.
I didn't agree on a fucking truce.
I can help you.
Okay, well, come help.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
My name is Border dog son. I'm not the son of a dog. My father trained sheepdogs. We're sheep herders. I'm obviously not the son of a dog. Anyway, let me help you. I cast. Can I do cure wounds?
Yes, you can.
2nd level. I'm really sorry. I'm very scared. I have no idea where I am or what's going on. I was on the mountain, and then I was with my sheep, and I've never. Are you dead?
It's complicated, but a little bit of yes and a little bit of no.
Where were you yesterday?
I was on the mountain.
Which
Mountain.
Fair.
I was in the Sirios Mountains of the Dwendalian Empire. Dwendalian?
No,
No, you got it.
No,
You got it. I can see it in my mind's eye.
I've been sort of alone. I've been caring for my sick brother. He's
what's wrong with him?
is my brother. He's got a fever. He's had the fever for 3 weeks.
Oh, that's not good.
He's burning up. He looks a lot
Like me.
Yeah.
Fever.
I was tending to my brother, and I felt this warm hum around me, and then I looked at him, and there was a voice came into my head. Not that he didn't speak to me, but I heard something, a droning of sorts, and then my face got hot, and I felt a pain in my forehead, and then I ended up here.
You throw around a lot of lightning on the farm?
No, that's a new thing.
It's a new thing.
Well, as far as I know, since I got here, these things have just been happening. If you would like to join me by the fire, and please accept my apologies. I don't see many people. This is very new for me. I have meat. I have some wool if you're cold.
I throw out what looks like a giant carpet, but is in fact just a weird black hole, and then jump into it.
Shit.
Open up a
Looney Tunes hole.
Looney Tunes
What
hole.
are you doing in there?
Going through the pantry. Hold on, I've got some cheese and shit down here.
We got rid of the people, right?
What?
I don't think we did.
Oh, fuck.
What people? What people?
That's right.
You glance
there dead
down
people in
as we're
here?
having this conversation. You look down and see what looks to be a
Oops.
handful of bodies wearing
More fucking dead people.
red colored robes.
Hey, Laudna, do you mind grabbing what we need off of this and getting rid of the rest? I start tossing them out of the hole.
Okay, here's the
Strength
thing.
is not my thing. I don't. What do you want me to do with this?
Oh, just take the armor or the cloak off, whatever
All
is
right.
useful.
Here's the thing. Our little trio has had a rough few days, and we came directly from a real bad place where people were trying to kill us, and these fellows did not succeed, and we were trying to get out of there in a hurry. So this is a terrible story, and I'm making it worse, but I promise that these were not good people.
Sorry, it did not occur to me what this would look like from the outside.
I've never seen it.
But it's gonna make the cheese smell weird if we don't deal with it now.
Immediately get rid of it.
You've never seen a dead body before.
Oh, no, not a murdered one. That's for sure.
Orym, you hear
All right.
the faintest bit of a crack of branches nearby.
What?
Forget about the dead bodies.
I slowly load my crossbow.
Can I look down at my whip?
Yeah.
Is anything happening?
You feel it slightly buzzing in your grip as you go and touch it.
Does your whip talk to you?
No, it's just I don't know. It heats me up a little bit.
You think something's coming along? Let's get ready.
You see, between some of the nearby trees, there is a figure walking quietly through, approaching the glow of the light and the sound of conversation that up until recently was filling the space. Some sort of a scout is glancing from the shadows and slowly approaching.
Aggressively?
Carefully.
With my foot, I push a dead body back into the hole.
Oh, fuck, man.
Jesus, Rowan. Should we get in the hole?
I wouldn't.
Hey, it worked okay. Is she coming in? Hello? I see you there. Hello?
Emily, if you wouldn't mind joining us at the table, please.
Which side? Which side?
Oh, maybe which side?
I don't know. Which side?
She's coming.
Hey, where are you?
Where?
Hey! Welcome!
I forgot my pen. Does anyone have one?
I got one.
We got you.
Hi!
Welcome to the table.
Oh, my.
Everyone here is super lost, and we have wine and cheese.
And meat.
Oh, I think I'm not stealthing up at all. I am here, dispatched on a mission, and I want to meet people.
All right, then as you kind of step out of the shadow that is naturally cast by the darkness here, you also pick up quickly this person is walking with intent as they approach the campsite.
Yeah, think like Greenpeace clipboard person. That kind of intensity.
Outside of a Whole Foods.
And with that intensity, you see I'm like sort of like I am a elf from the Shadow Realm. So I'm like a goth-looking elf with like pointy teeth, pointy ears, like emo girl tattoos that are like runes, but runes instead of song lyrics, and like a little raven on my shoulder. But I am dressed in like the formal attire of a mage's apprentice. So I have a little academic beret, academic blazer, total indoor kid vibes. I've got like little silk stockings that are already like torn in several places, little mage booties that probably are only meant to like climb a library bookcase ladder. Yeah, and also the most important thing is that you see that I'm probably I am coming out of a tense conversation with a book. Hello. Hi. Do any of you, or all of you, if I am so lucky, have time to participate in a short, brief survey about your experience with the apogee solstice?
Whoa.
Fucking sucked.
Okay, I love your enthusiasm. Can I
One
just...
star. 0 stars.
Okay, I will.
But are it seems so soon to already have like bureaucratic surveys being done.
Yes, well, don't underestimate the forethinking of the cobalt soul. And then I kind of show off a little insignia. I'm just an apprentice so far, but I think I can still say we, right?
Apprentices are part of the organization. Like, if you should take ownership in your station.
But don't forget to remember your place.
Yeah,
That come from the book.
Okay.
Wait, where'd that come
That
from?
was a sourceless voice.
Wait,
Dynoios?
you have a friend?
Dynoios? Hold on, just 1 second. I'm just gonna stay with me though, but I'm gonna leave. Dynoios, I'm gonna need you to not talk back to me in front of these
Now,
people.
why are you
because if
calling
I
me
do-
by my real fucking name is the good question.
What?
What?
Denise?
No, I was saying Dynoios.
Oh, whoops.
I start rolling up the portal.
Are you Mona or Denise
I'm
now?
fucking Denise, now you know.
Denise is also a very pretty
They're
name.
both good.
You look like Denise.
I
And
thought you
Mona.
said Denise.
Cross out?
Who are you talking to?
Okay, so when the Cobalt Souls sent me here, I'm not exactly of the standard. Basically, they sent me with a sentient book chaperone. Introduce yourself.
She holds up this tome of kind of black and brown leather with silver runes inscribed along it. It's a beautiful book. And on the front, you can see there's, where the folds of leather are, there's this kind of like scrunched face that's pressed into the front of it. Oh. And it kind of, there are no eyes. There's just these like small wrinkled slits where the eyes would be, and the mouth kind of slightly opens, and he goes, "Hello, I am her assigned chaperone for her research. And,
We're not getting along, if it's not obvious.
Does that book knock?
I think it does.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'll just say it. I'm just gonna say it. Can I just say it? I'm gonna say it. Dynoios is a mage that was trapped in this book during a rivalry, and then somehow the Cobalt Soul got their hands on this book. And now he is, my boss, kind of.
Oh, so you're just airing his dirty laundry out there.
yes, it's
Listen,
amazing how quickly she does that.
do you know where the fuck we are? You two smart people. Where are we?
Well, last I knew, we were at the Cobalt Soul, and they gave me this little questionnaire to ask anyone, and they said, we don't know where you're gonna go. We know you get sick when you teleport, so we're just gonna let you get shunted.
So, what did you know and when did you know it? You knew that people were going to be punted all over and you didn't say anything? You didn't warn anybody? That's nice.
I'm gonna give it to you really straight.
Please.
Up until yesterday, I've been cleaning quills and emptying out mages' chamber pots. Okay, so my access to information, I think just this was such a big event that they just scrounged up every single apprentice and just dispatched us all over Exandria to try and find out information. And so that shouldn't make you trust my authority less, though.
But I think it will help you understand my predicament, my lack of enthusiasm with being thrust out here with this individual.
And you're not getting along with the sassy book, obviously.
The sassy book.
Can you just why are you carrying around the book? You can just
wait.
you can just toss the book,
Right,
right?
okay, he's my spell book. Right? So all of my access.
You don't have them memorized?
I
Your
don't.
spells? You gotta read them out?
I mean, it's kind of like a mage thing, is like the copying. It's the ritual of the.
Can't write them on your hand.
Sounds really boring.
Guys, so sorry. I know I'm way behind here, but what solstice?
You know the red moon, Ruidus?
Yeah.
It, exploded. It met its zenith. It's maybe on
Oh my God.
Exandria now.
We have all been teleported to wherever the fuck this is.
Right.
Because the apogee solstice is a complete fucking mess. And people have died, and people are... I don't even
Yes,
I don't even know where the fuck to begin.
To cut to the quick of it, the three of us were
yeah.
part of a larger group
No, I love that.
looking
this is good.
into the very thing you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
And we're kind of at ground zero when it went wrong.
It's a big deal. Actually, well, how about this? Because, I want you to seize this opportunity that you have.
I do too.
Maybe if we go through your survey, your questionnaire,
Yes, okay.
it'll all kind of come out because it's so much
Okay.
to get through.
Yeah.
No.
Very smart.
Oh boy.
Greetings, people of Exandria.
Hi.
Okay, I'm pretending I'm improvising this, but it is. I'm gonna pretend like it's written
pass
down.
out.
I have been
Well,
dispatched
have some.
from the Cobalt Soul to collect first-hand accounts of this unprecedented event. I almost said it. Sorry, it's like when you read out loud in class and you get really nervous.
You know how to read.
Okay. My name is. Oh, here it says I'm supposed to introduce myself and say one fact that's interesting about myself and ask you all to do the same. Okay, I'm Prism, and the interesting fact about me would probably be that until I was 10, I could actually do a back walkover unassisted. Well, at this point, you would all then also share with me your names, which I will write down with my trusty quill, and feel free to include something interesting about yourself. Maybe try and outdo me.
Maybe that's fun.
Okay.
I'm Orym of the Arashari in Taldore, and I can still do a backwalk.
What?
And
no,
I do it.
really? I didn't think anyone could after 10. Can you do it? I'm sorry. I'm so
I just
sorry.
did
Is
it.
Holy fuck. That's fucking crazy.
I mean, I just did a lot of gymnastics growing up.
Ashton, Greymore, something interesting about me.
It doesn't have to be backwalker related.
That's not really into backwalking. That's I have a dimensional nexus of infinite personalities and a hole in my head. I don't know. That's pretty good.
Wow, that's something else.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Well, my name's Denise, as you so rudely revealed.
What?
The S is a money sign.
That's
Hold on.
that's awesome.
Now I gotta fix this.
Listen, my nails are as sharp as fucking tacks. They can cut glass.
Wow.
And you see Denise's nails, they're like stiletto shaped, kind of like these, but like so sharp.
I'm Bordor, dog son,
Bordor.
and I'm just afraid, and I need to get back
You're
home.
just afraid.
I need to get back home to my brother who's sick. He's sick and he's ill, and I have to take care of him. And I don't know where we are. I don't know who you are, but I need to leave.
And Border has newfound abilities.
Sorry, magic is just happening to you?
Well, I guess.
Does magic happen to you too?
No, I studied really fucking hard to get it.
Oh.
It's like 10 years of apprenticeship.
Sure. I'm Laudna. I also do magic, but I was born with it. I'm
Maybe she's okay.
naturally. Maybe she's
She's
born with it. Maybe it was a dead woman in my head. It was, yes.
Okay. No, question number 1. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your experience with the apogee solstice?
Goose egg.
0.
Yep.
0. It's 1 to 10, actually.
I mean, I'm maybe like a 3. I don't want to be so. Well,
I feel like you're compartmentalizing a little hard right now.
I have to, or I
we
will
all
break,
have to.
and I will not ever be the same.
Pick up some more rustling in the bushes. Your first instinct is, more people have found the source of light. But then as everyone else is talking around you, you focus in as their voices begin to drown out. And it's larger and more consistent.
Huh?
It's almost like someone's dragging dozens of ropes across the underbrush.
Oh, God.
It's hard to really describe in your head what you can equate it to, but it's something, if not non-human, at the very least, it's larger.
I'm gonna take my whip and try to hoist myself up to one of the branches, get a better view, but also hide.
Great, make an athletics check for me.
Orym drops the wine, does a back walk over, and climbs up the same tree.
It's 14.
14, okay. Now it's just the four of you standing
I'll also go ahead and cast spider climb on myself. Form of dread. As I back walk over, but not really. I just kind of go into a crab walk as my head bends back.
So explain for those who are present what you see Laudna does.
As her form of dread takes over her, you see her eyes just kind of start to widen as they go black, and like black ink starts to pour out of it.
Boy.
As like almost the surrounding trees start to sprout out of her neck, like her veins just start to pop and bulge and extend and break into branches as her back cracks in an unnatural way, as her shoulders dislocate, go fully behind her. She plops back and then just skitters up the tree.
Oh my God.
And it's just the three of you now.
Well, unfortunately, I've never seen something so harrowing in my life. And I forget where I am. And I scream bloody murder.
No! God damn it!
That's too real. That's real.
As large plant-like tendrils begin to reach out and clamber with intense speed, like the floor of the forest itself is coming alive and rushing towards you.
I'm going to cast greater invisibility on myself, get behind a tree, bonus action, manifest the mind of my wizard's book, and be like, Dynoios, I need you to go into the fray. I need you to be brave.
Are you serious?
Yes. This is what you were made to do.
I understand.
Okay?
I just wish to do it in my own regard.
Yes, well, you have to, we have to work together here.
True,
and
true.
I'm also gonna send my raven with him. Okay. Mother, join him.
Mother!
She brought her mom and her dad. How cute.
Okay, everyone.
What more can I
Roll
do?
initiative.
It's been months. Give me that map and those minis.
Wow. It's beautiful.
Oh, shit.
Anything can happen in the woods.
As you watch crawling through the brush, it's almost like the very floor of the forest begins to curl upward and reach out and grab and emerge, like the underbrush is fighting to dispel or destroy these strange invaders.
I don't like it.
Orym, you're up first. Up in the tree below, you watch as these two sections of the forest floor kind of come alive, begin to reach out, begin to barrel forward like these hulking behemoths of tangled, rotted, sentient vegetation.
To begin, these things look like they can go anywhere they want here. So I'm going to spring from the top of that tree and land here if I'm able. And I'm going to stay put and slash twice and use my blade seedling to cut the air.
Two strikes in the air, and you watch as these arced blade-like gusts of wind seem to fire out of his sword,
what is that?
and they just cut into the back of this creature.
All right, I see Orym going for the one up front, and I'm just gonna look at the other one and go kill it with fire and head a fireball down at this back one.
At this back one?
Yep.
It burns everything around as the flames subside. The creature there looks singed, but strangely a little more resistant to fire than you'd expect a plant-based creature to be.
Creature, what? Form of dread, so he does have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Does.
I didn't ask how close my friends are. I said I cast fireball.
It's a 12.
Fail, so he is afraid of me and has to go the opposite direction.
Alrighty.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna slow things down. Denise is going to leap off of this tree, and she's gonna rage and use her fucking sickle to cut twice.
Guy here?
Yep.
Do a giant arc slice, this time sending a big chunk of plant matter flying off in the nearby shadow.
Oh, yes.
I got to see a bit of that, and I'm very excited at this shit. I'm going to rage.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Slams into the side of the rock pillar that you leaped on, Orym, and you feel the ground beneath you kind of shake a little bit as some of the rock gets knocked loose and kind of tumbles to the ground nearby. The creature hits back, and you watch as it almost reforms its body as it falls back. The elements of its kind of mimicry of a human torso and limbs kind of shift to be forward once more.
I just yell, "Hey, made you look!" And I swing my hammer down, and a portal behind its head opens up, and it comes down on its head through a little wormhole.
You watch as he strikes down into a hole that appears in the middle of the air, and as his arms go into it, the hammer just appears in the back of the creature.
God, what?
Sends it behind.
That's rad. Shit.
We're going.
That's like
I am taking notes of all of this.
The bush that you backed into, suddenly you smell this very sweet smell. Like you've had this kind of odd scent to the air that has like a rotting fruit kind of sweetness to it, but you feel some things coming in to move and pull at the back of your leg as you turn around. The bush shifts. It rises up with these other vines and these beautiful flowers that kind of blossom.
Oh, no.
With a number of bodies.
Oh, ew!
Wow.
It's
look
Jumanji!
And
Puppy
it's
pop.
and moving towards the reindeer who's like trying to pull away from the cart. The cart's starting to move. It's gonna bolt. You also hear the writhing of plant matter behind you and look over your shoulder just as it kind of shifts away from the terrifying entity in the tree and then goes to do 2 slam attacks onto you as it moves past.
Owie!
You get knocked about 3 feet in the air, kind of land back on your hip and then just barely catch yourself back on your feet, but that's gonna bruise in the morning.
Yeah.
So I see all these plant creatures, and I smile big and look at everyone and say, "How's this for a field test for my magic?"
None of us can see you.
Right, that's right, you're invisible.
Oh, God, you're still here?
That felt so good.
And then what I want to do is I want to tell bonus action, send Dynoios in between all 3 of these guys, and then I'm gonna cast a spell through him. So I'm gonna Steel Wind Strike these 3 guys.
Whoa! Yes, you.
So wait, you can attack through your book and not lose your invisibility?
What's greater invisibility?
Oh, it's greater invisibility. Sick.
Dynoios, let's do the sword one. And then I'm gonna take 3 attacks with advantage on each of them. I love this. That's a crit. That's 2 crits. And then I say again, how's that for a field test?
So,
You nailed it.
how do you want to do this?
Oh!
The one that was shambling towards
Yes!
Denise. Describe how the book transforms to facilitate your Steel Wind Strike.
I think that the book has a bunch of, it almost sounds like surgical equipment, but it's bookmarks being and then he just sort of and then shreds them up.
Hell yeah.
Paper shredder!
It carves through
Yeah.
into all 3 of them. You see splashes and blasts of destroyed plant matter and other forms of organic matter, but the one that currently had been kind of previously shredded by Orym and then hit heavily by you, it just explodes and just rains compost down onto everyone in the vicinity of it. Denise, you're just sprayed.
Yeah, just full of shit.
Guys, this I don't like this at all. This is not going well. I feel like my fucking insides go to ice. They're cold as shit. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die. This is it for me. It's happening. But instead, as I'm hunched over, out of my back shoots a ray of frost. Into
this creature here?
That guy's face. What the hell?
The ray of frost fires up, blasts in front of this creature as it coasts up like a solid beam as you kind of lurch forward. It leaves ice crystals and freezes over this layer under the front of the plant creature that has to back up, unable to pull its physical body away before it breaks out of the ice. But you can see it's taking a heavy amount of damage from it. Not bad.
I'm gonna lie down and make myself a small target.
Okay. Go prone. Great.
Oh man, I can tell how the rough time that Bordor is having, so I'm going to leap, boom, 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 I'm gonna bait and switch this gentleman and drag him real quick. No. Yes, because he can't get attacked when I do it.
Yep.
And stand in front of his prone fetal position.
You got it.
Self.
What a
Perfect.
what hero?
It's going to move over to you, Orym.
Sure.
It's going to take 2 slam attacks at you.
Slam attacks.
That's going to be a 22 to hit.
Yes.
To the sides of you, take both hits. You're okay. And then feel its tendrils wrap around you. And it swallows you into
What?
its form.
Marisha, I've gone into the plant.
No! The Stinkies?
No, the other one.
The other one.
It has
We'll get
devoured
you.
Orym.
All right.
And then it's going to move forward
One of those kind of nights.
and shift over towards the 2 of you. Oh god, and fall over.
Wait, you got eaten?
Yes.
Swallowed.
Yes.
Jonah.
Do you feel safe now?
Prism, you're up with Bordor on deck.
Oh, I'm up. Okay, here's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Dynoios, follow that little man. And Dynoios can move through creatures, so I want him to go inside the creature to where he
What
is
madness
here.
is this?
And then I want to cast Dimension Door through him as if I were and bring Orym out.
So we'll say that it moves into its mouth, like it goes and chases after. It's like, I suppose if it's your command. But then the book jumps into the mouth
Oh, I
after
know you
Orym.
like the weird stuff.
You promised you wouldn't tell anyone. In the inside of the creature,
Weird for your dad.
you all see this
my dad.
this strange purple like light that glows out of what little bit of its inner gullet you can see, and both of them. You land as the book is like somewhat lashed onto your shoulder, and then it pulls away and kind of floats there in the air, and you can see that weird scrunched up face is like, now's when you say thank you.
I flash through the Crown Keepers, Bell's Hells, and these weirdos, and I just go double vision for a second.
I'll take it, fine.
I tap into the fear, and I look up at fucking Swamp Thing, and point my finger, and just hope for the best, and let go a 4th level lightning bolt.
You release the bolt, and it strikes into the creature. It just kind of absorbs it.
You got
Fuck.
They like lightning.
Is it? It's immune?
It's immune to lightning.
No.
I'm so sorry.
okay. And now maybe I should move.
So, spinning, leap off of Ashton's shoulders, come spinning. First one, its a tendril like slaps the blade out of the way, but the second time, I hold the blade in close and sneak past its as I go down, and I, after having watched the dwarf, I slash at a tendril leg and then just rip up.
And as you strike upward, it extends out 15 feet like a blade that just carves through like an executioner's axe upward. The creature and just settles into 2 piles of rapidly rotting plant matter.
How's the smelly flower looking? Is he
It's looking a little hurt.
a little hurt?
But it just regained a little bit of its health, it seemed. It has a cachet of dead matter within that it seems to be cannibalizing as it progresses through.
Well, from one corpse to a next, I can't allow that. So, I am going to do Chill Touch to it.
Ooh. 6 damage, and it cannot regain hit points.
Good looking out.
Okay, well, if as it gets up, I would love to like somersault under it, and then maybe take my sickle as I go and see if I could slice it as I somersault.
As you stab up into it, you can see part of it cracks open and that horrible stench kind of spills out into your lungs. You can feel the pain, the burning sensation of it kind of piercing inside of your breath as you kind of hold it off and then take that second strike with the blade. How do you want to do this?
Oh, well, I didn't plan on that. And then, well, I will look at it and say, gross, you stink, get the fuck away from me, and then I'm gonna kick it in the face, and then I'm gonna take my whip and just like a dominatrix, just kind of go, bad boy.
So,
You know, in character.
right, of course.
That's for good measure.
She's just talking at its corpse.
Pretty much. She's just talking shit all the whole
Right, it
time.
goes on for another minute.
Yeah.
You brush your teeth,
Brush your fucking teeth.
Brush your fucking teeth.
Moment of calm hits. The adrenaline still pumping through your veins. Wow. The brief reminder that even in the middle of the night, places of seeming natural solace have dangers lurking in every shadow. But, successful, breathing heavy, you take stock of those around you.
What the fuck is Prism? She all
I'm
right? Where the fuck she go?
I'm right here. I don't drop the invisibility. I'm right here. Hello.
Book glides over. She does this, don't worry. She'll turn up in an hour.
Oops, sorry. Hi. I'm right in front of your face.
I just crack a little bit as I skitter back down the tree and then on all fours just run over on top of Border and say, "Are you all right?" Oh my God.
I'm fine. I'm sorry I may have lost my cool a little bit back there.
Yeah, you laid down on the ground.
I've never been in a combat situation.
I also haven't.
Oh.
Is that what battle always feels like? Because I considered it to be a bit thrilling. I didn't know that I would like the way it felt.
It can be a lot. That was honestly, this was pretty chill as it goes, all things considered. Maybe it's just that we've had a really long day. I don't know.
And Denise, you seemed quite skilled. Obviously, not your first.
That's not my first
Rodeo.
rodeo.
Kicked ass. That was fucking great.
Hey, you kicked ass. Hey!
That was fucking
Good team.
I love that thing, by the way. That's so cool.
I love your thing. What does that say on it?
It says fuck off right
Hey!
there. Right there. I mean, like, that's why I liked your earrings.
Wow, all
Yeah,
right,
you're
all
pretty
right.
fucking cool.
How did your reindeer fare?
You look around and the reindeer ran off when the cart was destroyed by one of these creatures and just fled in fear.
Probably fine.
I'm sure he'll come back.
If you love it, let it go.
Within the next 20 minutes, you find a little ways up the hill. There is not a deep cave, but there is like a 15-foot alcove underneath one of the cliff faces that climbs up the wall where you think it could settle in somewhat hidden comparatively and set up camp for the majority of your troop.
Do you guys have like an extra bedroll or something?
I think we do. It wasn't a hole with the corpses, but we have it.
Yeah, hold on.
Smell a bit musty, but
I'm gonna go in and get all of the extra stuff because
theoretically we have everyone else's stuff.
we have a lot of everybody else's stuff.
Yes.
Who are the other people? Who's everyone else?
They got teleported somewhere. They're somewhere else.
That's back to where we
assume.
started to
somewhere
talk
else.
about this. We were at the spot where this began.
Who did it?
A mage out of Rexentrum.
There was this.
You know him?
What was his name, or maybe what did he look like?
Ludinus to left.
Do we know Ludenus?
You, as a member of the Cobalt Soul, especially in the Order of Mages, would know exactly who this is, though you probably haven't had any interactions with them. They are the leader of the Cerberus Assembly, one of the most powerful mage groups in Exandria, and heavily involved in the politics and structure of the Dwendalian Empire in Wildmount. I'll send you an overview in email. But, yeah,
Short answer, yes.
Is that the motherfucker running his mouth?
Yep.
He was. He had this whole shadow organization as well called the Ruby Vanguard.
So what were they trying to do?
Yeah, what is
Well,
the point of this?
It turns out that Ruidus, the moon, wasn't always there. And the gods created it to be a prison for another god. Like being. Specifically, a god that eats other gods. And, yes, there was a bunch of kind of radicals who were like, ooh, what if we don't have gods anymore? Because, we could have all the power and we could be gods, so what if we just release this god eater named Predothos, and then he eats the gods, and then, we're the most powerful beings.
You know what? This might be a little, out of pocket, but Is that the worst thing if they all go away? I mean, I never used any of the gods to help. No one ever came to my door, knock on my door, helping me out. None of these gods ever did fucking shit for me, so.
As an arcane caster, I kind of agree. Would have been nice to just have a divinity come in and intercede and say, hey, here's powers. You don't have to study all the time.
There's no guarantee it won't wreck all of us in the process.
We need to find a town. We need to find out where we are.
We don't even know if there's going to be the right people there. I don't know if everybody had this happen to them. Did everybody get thrown? Is it just certain people? Why is it certain people?
And then you guys got thrown together. I got thrown alone. Would have liked to have been here with my ex-fiance so I can give him a fucking piece of my mind.
Well, I owe you. So, I'm with you. If you can help me get back to Pride's Call.
I'm so tired.
You should sleep.
I also really only need to do some light reading to relax, so I can watch as well.
All right.
I can take a shift too.
We'll take shifts.
Okay. Setting up yourselves in the camp, you set up Night's Watch. Both of you taking first watch.
I have a question for her.
Yeah.
These people said there was something about Ludenus wanting to release a god or something that kills the gods.
Eater.
And then you said that you were totally cool with that.
Well, I mean, it was a knee-jerk reaction. I don't know. I would have to journal about it to really probe
You want the gods to be
my
dead?
feelings about it. No, I come from the Shadow Realm, and the main deity there is the Matron of Ravens, and she kind of ascended to godhood on her own. So I'm.
Are you with these people or against them?
I'm feeling surprisingly excited to be out of the library. I thought I was gonna freak out. I thought I was gonna do what you did.
Right.
So I totally understand where you came from. And honestly, next battle, that might be me. Because I'm hanging on by a thread.
I'm glad that you and I are kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, me too.
All right, well.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you know if there's a god that has gifted you these powers? Do you feel anyone speak to you, or does any name whisper on the wind to you?
I haven't seen my mother in a very, very long time.
I think it's her.
And I don't remember her very well. But
I'm so sorry that my raven is named Mother. That must be...
Well, she wasn't a bird, so it's okay.
Okay. So you're cool with me just
I'm
shouting
totally
Mother every
fine.
once. Okay.
Totally fine with that, yeah.
Okay.
I just don't want to die. And honestly, more importantly, I don't want to piss on myself in a battle again.
You won't, and if you do, I will prestidigitation it away. That's a spell.
Okay, thanks. I have no idea what that is. Okay, good to know. Well, thanks for the chat.
Yeah, you too. Do we both just want to kind of have our eyes roll back in trance next to each other?
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Not a big deal.
Next watch.
I'll take one. Whoever else wants to stay up.
I'll go.
I panicked back there at the... Everything that happened down in the mines, I panicked. I thought we had done it. I thought you ran straight into that thing, and I don't know, I made some bad calls.
We were a bunch of dumb fucks going up against a 500-year-old wizard. So...
We're gonna get our people.
How are you so sure that they're alive? Especially Imogen. You saw the way those other red-eyed, moon-worshipping zombies were all reacting. What if she just got, I don't know, vaporized or blasted into space? I don't know.
If she got blasted into space, we'll go to space. If she got vaporized, it's not like we didn't fucking find you. There is nothing else until this is dealt with. This is what we do, is we bring everybody back. There is no failure in this. We are going to figure it out because it's what matters.
The two of you finish your watch.
Yeah.
Just as the sun begins to rise over the distance, the two of you awaken to keep an eye on the final track of sleep for the night.
So tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Teldori, like you. Zephyra, you've heard of Zephyra? You've been to Iman? Oh.
No, I went everywhere looking for that motherfucker. My ex. Dairy ex.
I'm sorry?
Dairy ex. What a piece of shit.
Nah.
What?
I know him.
How do you know Dairy ex? Maybe it's not the same one. Dwarf?
Redhead.
Yeah.
A lot of jokes.
Yeah. Bad jokes.
Well, sometimes they're okay.
No,
Apple
they're
bottom.
fine. Oh, yeah.
What went wrong?
So, what went wrong? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Well, first of all, we were doing a job together. We were stealing furs. And then, I mean, look, we weren't really engaged. We were pre-engaged. And then one day, he just left me. We were supposed to, deliver the deliverables. And I knocked on his door, and he wasn't there. And then I have all these motherfuckers after me. Where's my money, Denise? Where's fucking Dariax's money? Where are the furs? Where are the this? Where are the that? Whatever. So I left, and I went to go looking for him, because I didn't want to die. And I kind of didn't want to live without him anyway. And I found him.
And how did that go?
Well, I didn't get to say anything because here I am.
You found him the moment all this happened?
Yeah, I saw him from across the room, and I was gonna...
What are the odds? Well, I'm sorry it didn't work out.
Well, I know I don't look it, but I am a hopeless romantic. So maybe I'll find him, kick his ass.
I was gonna say that you do strike me as a romantic.
You too.
That's also true.
Well, do you have someone?
No.
That makes two of us.
I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow or not today. Today. We gotta find our, What I'm supposed to say is that we're gonna find our friends and figure it out.
Yeah.
But I'm having a hard time believing it.
I wish I believed in a god right now. That would be helpful. But if you don't got that, I got the booze.
Cheers. Dink.
It's about maybe 30 minutes into the sunrise, and you can see now from your perspective the trees, just the faintest bit of that kind of early morning light hitting that blanket of trees and forest across the way on the opposite side of the gorge, even at a distance, but you're a bit hidden here underneath the forest canopy.
There is something that I wanted to find real quick. Would you guys come with me? And Orym starts scrabbling higher up the hill. I want to try to clear and see above the forest line if I can.
Okay. As you all kind of follow behind, kind of clambering up to the side, you break past the upper view, and as Orym ascends, you kind of look around, and there's this beautiful perspective of this rolling valley that surrounds you on all sides. That massive dark mountain range that you saw before to the far west still stands, dark and tall. And that singular mountain to the north that rises so high jostles free between your knowledge as well of the world around and the things you see. We have a much clearer idea now, here in the sunlight, of where you are. That mountain to the north is the Ascendant Bridge Mountain, and is known to be likely the tallest mountain in Exandria. White with snow year-round. To the northeast of them, that mountain range you know as the Sunder Peak Mountains, themselves also snow-capped. And what separates this, where you stand, the Demethor Valley, from Othanzia to the northeast, which is the home of Vasselheim, the Dawn City, where the beginning of all civilization,
Holy shit.
on Exandria, still resides.
Is that like red light thing still in the sky? The laser thing? Or whatever it's called?
It takes a moment to focus as the sunrise colors of oranges and reds tend to swallow the majority of the horizon. But Undine, Ruidus still stands, unmoving, locked in place. For the first time since it began. Still into the south, beyond the oceans. Here looking upon this beautiful landscape, the signs of roads that break through the natural expanse that surrounds you. Little columns of smoke that dot numerous little signs of civilization, villages and townships that you now see emerging and beginning their life throughout the day that are scattered throughout this valley and beyond. You can still see, visible across the brightening blue sky, the tethers of the apogee solstice, the 3-day event, still high up in the stratosphere, like the aurora borealis, but shifting in rainbow colors. And that nexus point, a number of miles off, and indeed where you saw that cluster of lights in that village the night before, in the shadow, you can see a bit of smoke or steam, some signs of that civilization still below it.
Got any more jerky?
It's chewing on your jerky, and you begin your steps in the direction of that nearest township.
Nice to be useful.
It's good jerky.
You plunge once more into the forest.
Is that peppercorn?
Do you have a digestive system?
It's very slow.
Further east into the valley towards your next destination and the first semblance of civilization that may greet you.
Orym steals one last look at that rising sun before following into the trees.
That's where we'll end tonight's episode right there. Pick up next time.
You're gonna like it.